Hey Nerdchachos, welcome to episode 15 of Try Not to Suck at Airport CEO. So we left episode 14 in a bit of a precarious position. It was looking a little bit grim and a little bit bleak. So I've done, as promised, I've done some digging and I've done some things off stream. And I'm glad I didn't film doing it because it took a couple of times for me coming out of the game, going back into the game, using debug mode, etc, etc. So the devs have done a great job of giving us these tools to try and fix the game when it doesn't go quite to plan. But we do have some things that we now need to be aware of that could become problems for the series in the state of the alpha as it is now. So let me talk you through it. The first thing I did off camera was I moved the runway aside. This is mainly our fault or my fault. We've done this deliberately. You know, like we've tried to trick the game, and I don't think it liked this idea of not having an entrance and exit point that wasn't connected to a taxi. Now I don't know why it would work up here and not over here, but all I've done is I've moved the runway across one, and that seems to fix the problem with aircrafts to an extent. The next issue that we have is this depot issue. So this depot issue is still a thing, in the sense that all of these idle vehicles that are currently stuck in traffic, they should be in a depot, but when they go to a depot, the game forgets that they exist and therefore forgets that the services exist, and you end up with these horrid things. So we need to be aware of this. This is going to be a problem the bigger our airport gets. I'm sure this is something that's going to get fixed, and I'm sure it's something that's already on their radar. So we can carry on with the series. We're still making money and we're still doing things, so it's fine. And I'm thinking what we can do is, if we can open up some more stands and busy some of these vehicles up, this problem might not be so bad. So we're going to need to run with that. The other thing that we've got is this wall issue, and I think this leads into another one that we're getting with international zoning. So when you've seen us build it or seen me building in the past, when you place windows and doors, the wall disappears, and in this instance it's not. So you can see here's two doors, but the wall is still a thing. And this is also true down here as well. When we were doing the stuff for the terminal update, the doors haven't come in and the windows haven't come in. So that's something that we need to be aware of. And another thing that I found, and I don't know what it is that went wrong. I don't know what it is that fixed it, but there was something stopping passengers from disembarking a plane when it landed. And I checked over the terminals and I've checked everything over, and I think it's linked to this door, because I looked at this door here, and I noticed that these two middle squares, and we know this is a thing, like it's a design thing that's been done by the devs to enable you to split incoming and outgoing passengers. So we know that that's what they've done. But these two middle ones here, they were neither secure nor international, and for some reason that was stopping passengers spawning, despite the fact that we had two nodes either side that passengers could have spawned from, one to leave from, one to arrive. As soon as I made this secure and as soon as I made it international, I then had to. It then stopped passengers coming through passport control and leaving via passport control, so they weren't even spawning to leave. So what I had to do is remove all of the international zone and remove all of the passport controls and rebuild it all. And as soon as I rebuilt it all fired back in, and everything started to work again. And I don't know if that's something that needs to be bug reported, or if by the time this episode goes out, it's probably already been dealt with. So it looks like there's a few things that we might need to be aware of for the actual game. Now, just to test this, what I had to do was open a second gate, just to put some more things to the test, and just to make sure that my theories were kind of accurate. And so that's what I've done, and I've also just built some incoming infrastructure here as well, just to ease some of the congestion that we've got with passengers arriving and leaving. So they're my thoughts from episode 14. Like I say, we can still carry on. We're still making money, and we're still able to do what we want to do. But this is worrying. this bug. This might put us a pause to the series. I don't think it's not going to ruin the series. We're not going to go under because of it, but until it's properly fixed and addressed, I don't know how many more episodes we're going to be able to do. And like I say, because I'm designing an airport and I'm not exactly great at doing it either, I'm probably not helping the situation. But let's carry on as we were. So like I say, there's nothing else that I've really done around the airport just to do it. Had to use the debug mode to do some of the things, so I haven't spent as much money as perhaps I would have done normally. And a couple of the contracts ran out in the time that I was playing, so all I've done is I've come along and just re-signed those. So you haven't actually missed anything. You've just missed the investigative stuff rather than, and that wouldn't have made for very good viewing, particularly as you're not allowed to swear on your channel. So, well, you are, but you shouldn't. So I'm just going to go ahead. I'm just going to re-sign these contracts. So go, and I'm just going to try seeing what we can do with this, and see whether removing the walls generates windows and doors, or whether we just have to do that ourselves. So let's go ahead and do that. So there should be doors right up to there. Let's bring our contractors back and see what happens. So all of these delays that are now coming in are being caused by the vehicles being stuck in traffic somewhere, and most likely to be up here. And that's because for some reason the AI of, and I know I keep going on about this, but the AI of these vehicles seems to be taking them all the way up here to turn around and to come all the way back down again, rather than heading to a depot. And so that means that all of these planes are delayed because they're service vehicles that should be in depots down here and coming from down here are actually stuck in traffic waiting to turn around at the top of the airport. So I don't know what the solution is, but everything seems to be working okay here. So these people are gathering around here because they're looking for services, they're looking for things to do. So they'll be needing toilets, and they'll be needing food, and they'll be needing shops and seating and stuff. So they won't actually move from that spot until either they have to board the plane or they find the service that they're looking for. So we'll deal with that as part of this episode. I think we'll build a shop area and some seating areas and stuff. So it's worked. Look, that's strange. It's very, very strange, but it's, it's the joy. There's the joys of playing an early access game, is that you get stuff like this and you get quirks like this. So yeah, it's frustrating, but it's also fun at the same time. It's a problem solver. So let's deal with some of these things now, shall we? Let's get rid of our contractors. Because we don't need those whilst we're planning. So in this area, we're going to need a few services. We're going to need some stuff. So as we said in previous episodes, we're going to need this side of security. We're going to need a staff room, and I'm going to put that down here when we do the extension for the check-in area. We're going to need shops and services for the international zone, and we're going to need gates, and we're going to need seating and things. So that's what we're going to tackle first. So we know this is coming all the way down here, at least. So I'm thinking we need a relatively big concourse here, where we're going to put loads of shops. And my inspiration for this is very much Gatwick, that all of the shops are in a central location, and then you go off to your gates. You go off and do your fun stuff that you need to do. So I'm thinking if we emulate this and emulate that, should I say, take away our walls, and in this area then we're going to build shops and things, and then I'd like to put toilets here, purely because we've got staff room, and this feels like it's a bit more of like a service area. But I am going to make these quite big, like far bigger than they need to be, but remembering this has to serve the entire terminal, so it's going to seem like overkill, but it's also required, it's also needed. So Let's go bathroom. Let's go bathroom. And knowing what we know about the walls, we need to take a wall out for the door. Take a wall out for the door. And then place the door. Not there though. There. And there. So bathroom. This is a big toilet. Like, ridiculously big. There we go. And now let's just copy that. Paste it. Paste it. Oh. Okay, paste it there. And then paste that there. Okay. Should we do some more? How far out? Let's take this out some more. Like that. Is this the same size? Yeah. So let's copy and do exactly the same this side. Like that. And now we need some sinks. So where's my bathroom? My sinks. And we'll do this in a fancier sort of way. So let's go middle islands, shall we? 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There we go. We'll go somewhere there. And just there. And some more there. So let's do 2 rows. Like that. Excellent. Okay, so we're going to also want the information for flights and everything within here. So let's go ahead and put those on the back wall. Like that. And we can decorate it and make it pretty later on. So that's going to be our toilet area. Brilliant. Now let's build another massive food room. Actually, do we want... Yeah, let's do a food room. So let's go like that in the middle. And this is going to be big. It's a biggie. 56 by 56. There we go. So we're going to want a load of our display fridges. So let's go. I don't want to go for the middle thing again. Let's go on the outside this time. But I'm going to put these in 1, 2, 2, like this, and then let's go for a counter. So we want a coffee machine. Let's go there. Yeah, let's go there. 2 coffee machines there. We can put that there. And should we see who we're going to sign? See what requirements we've got. So we want someone big. So you want loads of display fridges. Have we got any of the fancier ones that need some wine and cheese? There you go. Someone like, although, do you actually offer more? Let's keep this simple, shall we? Let's go for these guys. Cafe Aristocratic. So let's go put some cashiers in. So we want 1, 2, 3. I think this one's going to be busy, so let's go for 4. We also want some kind of display, make it look good. So we'll go for some bread, and then the other side, let's go for snacks, like that. Let's also do a bar area. So let's go 1, 2, 3. Let's bring our food counter that way and down, like that, because then we can put some bar stools in. Where are they? Chair. I saw them somewhere. Where did they go? No, I'll come back to them. Okay, so let's go ahead and grab ourselves some tables and chairs. Copy them from there. We'll go 2, 3, 4. And we'll copy those again. To there. 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 And there. And then let's do the idea that we had with down in sheds. Let's go for this sort of style. Put them either side. So we definitely want one there. There. Let's go there. Just like that. And then we'll do some other amenities. So we're going to want our air flight stuff. One in there and one in there. Just like that. Brilliant. And then in this area here, we can go ahead and put a load of gate seating. So let's do that now. We're also going to need to get rid of the wall. Like that. Okay. And then let's go and copy our gate seating configuration. And this is, I think this is going to be quite a busy area, so we're going to need a lot. So let's go and hang on, is it? Oh no, let's not go as far up actually, because we're going to want gate to the side, aren't we? So let's go as far as there instead. And then we'll put a wall in here, because then we've got gates that are going to come down this side. So great. Okay, and let's get our configuration again. I'm going to put a load of gate seats there. How far between them? 4, 4, and we can do the same. Leave a gap. There, there, and there. And we can go ahead and put some more light information stuff in. That side and that side. We'll put a shop here. And some more seating here. Maybe some more seating down here once we're comfortable. Definitely more up here. But I'm liking this. So we'll go ahead. We'll get our builders in. Let them do what they need to do. And we'll get those happy. We also now, by the looks of it, we need to start thinking about what we're going to do for extra check-in, because we've got 2 gates running, but they're going to be running flights simultaneously. So we need to now start being aware of our capacity in check-in and how that's going to be affected. So I'm just going to build the queues just to tidy up the area and make it have a little bit of order. this. And this. And here. Like that. Okay, so what we're also going to want to do down this way, like we've been saying, is some extra check-in desks, but also an area, probably in the middle, for some remote check-in desks. You know, the baggage ones that we've got over here. Put them in an island in the middle, and then feed it in to the baggage desks, and then go around to the baggage bays. So that's what I'm thinking. Okay. So we've got an issue with baggage hitting the. We have, haven't we? It's not actually going out. What are we missing? Where's it gone? So it's gone up. Let's hit this again. We've done it again. Yes, we have. Look at that. So let's go baggage conveyor belt up. We need to go down. Go that way. Put that in there. Okay, let's wait for that to be demolished first. Okay, so we can go ahead and mark all of this is secure. There we go, and this is secure. And now we can also do international zone. Let that do its thing. There we go. So it's picked it up, and this is where I was having the problems before, where I laid down the international zone and it suddenly stopped the passengers from going through passport control. Luckily, it doesn't seem to be an issue this time. So I don't quite know what the issue was before, but it seems to be resolved for this episode at least. Let's build the queues. And let's build more queues. This is the first time I've actually played with the passport control aspect of this game, and I don't know if it's going to end up being like the likes of Heathrow and Gatwick, where it just opens up into a massive passport hall, and whether you need that level of capacity, or whether what we're doing now is going to be sufficient. And because I wear glasses, my passport doesn't pick me up. So I scan mine on the automatic thing, and it doesn't register my eyes. So every single time I have to go to a person, and every single time they ask me all sorts of questions. So I don't know if this is something that we need to be aware of in the game. People that wear glasses and people that don't quite look like their photo. So that's always a fun thing to do when you're traveling. I don't know if these have just departed, or if they've given up. Because these people are still waiting for service, baggage. So these are still waiting for things that are in this traffic queue. But I'm going to get some more ramp agents, because the service rounds are done by the ramp agents. Let's get 4 more of those. This one's waiting for pushback service. I don't want you. finish that bit. Brilliant. Go ahead and correct our baggage thing. So we want it up there. That's going to go that way. What we might now start to see is that the game's made the connection and the baggage might start leaving. Right, so how are we doing building wise? So we're still building our floors. We're still waiting for things here. I'm going to go ahead and open another couple of gates. See if we can get some of these vehicles out of the way. It's either going to make the problem worse or make it better. So open that one. Open that one. But I'm also going to dismiss that aircraft. I'm going to because this worked before as well. Because you've got something stuck somewhere. Dismissing the aircraft resets the job list, and the aircraft then the vehicle that's stuck somewhere then just gives up and starts roaming again, and then it reassigns the task to a closer by. So let's see if that does anything. Something's happening because the game has slowed down. It's thinking about something. Right, okay. Cool. So this is where we're at, the end of episode 15. So we've managed to extend our terminal slightly, and we're starting to put our facilities in, and we're starting to build our gate seating areas, and we're starting to bring in some more planes, get passengers through passport control, and start to make them happy. So I think that's going to wrap up this episode quite nicely, and we shall look forward to doing episode 16. How exciting. I'll speak to you soon. Take care of yourselves.